Gwan, tarot and tea. Tea sippers, gwan, tarot and tea. Tea sippers, gwan, tarot and tea. Welcome, 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 tea sippers. Yeah. Wagwan people, Wagwan tea sippers, Wagwan me generals. How are you all doing today? I hope you are feeling good, you are looking after yourselves, and you are ready for this jam-packed reading that we have for the full moon. Okay, so we want to know what messages are there for us as a collective for this full moon. You know, what messages do we need to know right now that will aid us, that will support us on our development, our personal development, our growth, you know, our love and light energy. So we're going to get into it. And for the newbies who's looking and watching for the first time, welcome, welcome. Come and join the collective. Come and join, you know, be part of that growing, loving energy, okay? And we're all about that transformation. We're all about that growth. We take and look at tarot with these pick and card readings, you know, with a life coaching approach, you know. So come and join. You're gonna learn, and you can also learn from the podcast, all those things. All right. But we do pick a card readings. We talk. You know, we're gonna do lots of things. So come and join. Come and join, and welcome. Okay. So come and like and subscribe, and come and be part of the collective, the Wagwan Tarot and Tea collective. All right. So now that we've done that, now make sure you know you have a nice cup of tea, a cocktail, whatever you feel like sipping on. You know what, a little something, something. If you feel like sipping on right now, just to keep you feeling engaged and ready for this, you know. Because we're gonna have a jam pack. You hear me, jam rack, a jam pack reading. So we're gonna get into it. But before we do, I want you to focus. Look at the number. We have three piles here: pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Which pile is resonating? Which number is calling to you? Pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3? So I want you to have a little sit and think about the number while we do a little opening gratitude before we begin the reading, okay? So I'm just going to say quickly, thank you to the collective that are here. Thank you to the subscribers who are joining. And thank you for the messages that we're about to receive today for this full moon, and the messages that we need to hear as a collective for the full moon. Thank you very much, and may the messages resonate with the collective, and they can use it for their own guidance and to strengthen their intuition and to support them on their growth journey. Love and light. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So now that we've done that now, I hope you've chosen. And if you haven't chosen, don't worry. Listen, you know, you can listen to them all, you know, because you can gain messages from every single reading. So I'll see you on the other side. All right. Wagwan. Wagwan people, Wagwan tea sippers, Wagwan me generals. So we're gonna get into it. Okay, so we have pile 1. Okay, if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe. Subscribe, no man. Come and join the collective. All right, come and be part of us. Wagwan, come on. All right. So we're going to get into it. Make sure you have a nice drink or beverage to keep you hydrated, because we're going to get into this reading, all right? So let's see Wagwan. Okay, so we have from the Love Oracle deck, reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. So give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. Reflection. Okay. So this is the first message we're getting from the full moon is to use this time for reflection. Okay. So we'll keep that here. So let's have a look. So we've got some cards from the Butterfly Oracle deck as well. So we've got motivation here, motivation, sentimental feelings, and what we've got from the Angel Wisdom deck. So the Angel Wisdom deck, we have the Nine of Swords, which is the Nine of Michael. So this deck is based on the angels, so we'll get into it. So the blue represents swords. The Queen of Ariel represents wands. Again, blue represents swords. The Ten of Cups, so that's Raphael, that represents the cups. And the Seven of Wands. Oh, no, sorry, I made the thing. So the Seven of Gabriel, stand up for what you believe in, generous and happy. Weird. Sorry, collective. I'm just double checking. So stand up for what you believe in. Have confidence. This is Wands. We just said, sorry, this is Wands. This is Pentacles. Yes. All right. Okay. Yeah. Pentacles. And then Wands. Yes, that's it. So the blue Nine of Michael. So the Michael, this card, they use angels. So I was just remembering what they use. So yes, the blue card represents Archangel Michael, and he represents the swords on this deck. For Ariel, Archangel Ariel, she represents Pentacles on this deck. And we got Michael again, who represents swords. And we have Raphael, who represents the cups. Yeah, so that's all about emotions, feelings. And we have Gabriel, who represents the one's energy. Okay, so let's go back and start here again. So here we have, the first card is the Nine of Swords. So Nine of Michael, the Nine of Swords. Your worry is unnecessary. Focus your thoughts on the outcome you desire. Release feelings of regret, guilt, or worry to your angels. Wow, look. Remember we had here earlier about reflection. So full moon is giving us some messages straight away. Right. Then you have the Queen of Ariel. So mature, practical, generous, happy. Nurture yourself and those you love. The ability to make anything more beautiful. Practical and wise advice. Okay. So let's see what's here as well. Now we have, this situation doesn't serve you. So the five of Michael, Five of Swords. This situation doesn't serve you. Release your attachment to the outcome and consider taking a more uplifting approach. Okay. Then we have the Ten of Cups. So the Ten of Cups is asking you, love and blessings fill your life. Harmonious relationships with family members. Happily ever after. Then we had sentimental feelings. Look at that, sentimental feelings with the Ten of Cups here. Now, with the Seven of Wands, stand up for what you believe in and have confidence. Claim your personal power. So with the Nine of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, the Ten of Cups, and the Seven of Wands, and we've got motivation, reflection, sentimental feelings. I feel like this reading is really telling us as a collective to be confident in who we really are. With the Nine of Swords, there might have been some stress, there might have been some worry about this situation, whether it was a relationship or situation in terms of maybe your current stability, your work or career, and it's really asking you to not stress. Use this time, use the full moon's energy, use this time to focus, reflect on things, you know, to assess the situation by reflect through reflection, taking that time to take what worked well, what could maybe be better, and how you can grow from that. And from the Queen of the Queen of Ariel, who represents the Queen of Pentacles, is like using that time to, like, you know your worth. You are great at building that stability for yourself. And with the Queen of Air, it's like, or the Queen of Pentacles, it represents a mature person, or you might have a very mature way of looking at things, and it's kind of asking you to trust yourself in that matter. Yes, there may have been issues with conflict with the Five of Swords. There may have been issues there, but it's being mindful, like, you can overcome this, and you can work to you achieving your Ten of Cups. And whether that looks like, what that happiness looks like for you, whatever, like, you are happy right now, like, be thankful, be happy with what you have, because if there's been some situations where you feel like you've worked so hard, and it's made you feel like you're trying and you're trying, and no matter how you try, it's like, or with this situation, it's like it didn't serve you. It's asking you now to take an uplifting approach, that you can overcome this, because love and blessings will fill your life. But that for the love and blessings to come and fill your life, to go fill your cup, because remember, the Ten of Cups is when you have all those cups filled, you have to let go. And the full moon is a great time to letting go, whereas, like, the new moon is like bringing new energy in, whether it's like you want to manifest great things for yourself, you want to focus on a particular routine or a habit, or an area in your life. It's a great time for that. But when it's full moon is a great time to let go. So full moon, for pile one, for those who chose pile one as part of the Gwan Tarot Anti Collective, is asking you to let go of things that have been stressing you, holding you back, because you are a Queen of Pentacles. You are showing up as a Queen of Pentacles here, that you are strong. You have an innate, like, power, inner power, that is, you have strength. And I see a lot of strength here, like, even with the seven of wands here, that you have great things to be proud of, and be proud of who you are and all of your achievements. You know what, if there's been maybe in a relationship that maybe hasn't worked out as how you wanted, or you may have wanted to, like, do great things in that area, and you may still have some kind of feelings or tied up in it, but it's like with the Five of Swords, I see it as like, let that go. It's time to let it go. And the Five of Swords is really, essentially, it's all about letting go of things that don't serve you anymore. There may have been some backstabbing, there might have been some kind of conflict, or maybe a project that's gone to flop, or whoever you was working with, and there may have been some kind of shady things going on, or maybe in a relationship where there's been some arguments, discussions, and things that maybe have done in the dark. That's what I'm getting, kind of, maybe things have done in the dark, but it's trusting that, don't worry about that, because with the Ten of Cups being here, the Ten of Raphael, so Archangel Raphael is looking out for you right now. Archangel Raphael is looking out. So use this time to, call on Archangel Raphael and say, Archangel Raphael, I ask that you know, love and blessings fill my life. I'm going to say it now. Archangel Raphael, I ask that love and blessings fill the collective. You know, for the Wagwan Tarot Antique Collective, you fill us with your love, your blessings, and your healing energy. So that healing energy is directed to the whole, of the collective, that you give them that strength, you give them that guidance, you strengthen their intuition, you help them with their discernment. And here with the Nine of Swords, Archangel Michael is here as well. So Archangel Michael, I ask that you protect and guide and protect the collective from all negative energies, any energies that no longer serve them, energies that hinder their growth and their development. And we have Ariel, Archangel Ariel. I ask that you continue to nurture the collective and help them to see their ability to make anything beautiful, and always support them with practical and wise advice, and giving them that motivation to aspire and achieve whatever goal that they have or set in life, any vision that they wish to pursue, whether it's in love, whether it's in their work, career, you know, wishing to set up a business, wishing to grow, spiritually grow, that you give them that motivation and strength. Okay. And with Archangel Gabriel, I ask that you give the collective that motivation, that strength to stand up for themselves and to feel proud of their achievements, and to claim their personal power, and to give them the ability to reflect on, you know, all of the good things in and all the positive things that are going well in their life, and to also use this time, to use the full moon to help them to let go and release energies, to release any kind of situations that does not serve them. Do you hear me, collective? Do you hear that, collective? We are working together, we are growing together, and the reading here is really telling you, let go of things that don't serve you. Love is in abundance here for you, you know. Yes, there might have been a few things where you felt, look, you've been caught up in a situation, being the Queen of Pentacles, you've been caught up in this kind of Nine of Swords energy, Five of Swords energy that has kind of rocked your boat, you know. But I feel like with the love here, it's saying, give each other time, give each other some space. Give each other space. So maybe this time in this situation is asking you to give each other space, because this at the situation now is not serving. And if it's not serving, and this is where you want to be, then you've got to be willing to, you know, right, you stand up in your truth, stand up in what it is that you want, and you be authentic and recognize your power, your inner power. Okay? So, and if there is still sentimental feelings, that's okay. That's sentimental feelings of feeling good, feeling irate, you know, feeling irate, feeling those good feelings. But don't let those good feelings, you know, keep you stuck in the Five of Swords energy. It's time to release that. Okay? So what we're going to do now is just pick out a card, a Jamaican proverb reading, just to see what additional messages is for the collective. Right, so we got empty barrel make the most noise. Empty barrel make the most noise. Empty barrel make the most noise. So that's telling us, you know, to be mindful of our self-confidence. And with the Seven of Wands here, we have to stand up for what you believe in, because here this is really telling us that if there's a lack, and there's been a feeling of, like with the Nine of Swords here and the the Five of Swords, that there has been some issues here, or feeling like a lack, feeling not so confident in your area, or whether it could be your love life, it could be, you know, how things are moving ahead, could also be with your finances, because there's like lots of things going on in the world, you know, recession, energy costs going up, living costs going up. And it's probably causing a lot of stretching, you know, people having to try and figure out ways of how to stretch money, how to save, and how to budget. But you're showing up as the Queen of Pentacles. So as you're showing up as the Queen of Pentacles, you are very practical. So you can use that practical energy to help you, to help steer you into that right direction, you know, to assess your budgets, to assess, you know, what's working well, where can you save here or there, you know, and trust your inner power, trust yourself, you know. Yes, you might have been feeling the stresses from the external, you know, what's going on outside the world, and I feel like it's also saying maybe tune into how much you take in, whether you're getting this information from social media, or watching the news, or listening to people's kind of constant negative self-talk, and that might be rubbing onto you, making you feel away, you know. Be mindful of that, so it's not hindering you, it's not making you feel like you're doubting things, you're doubting that, you know, you can bring or manifest great things into your life. But have no fear, because the Ten of Cups is here, and the Ten of Cups is telling you, Archangel Raphael is here, telling you, you know what? If this is what you truly want and desire, it's there for you. But you have to also believe in it, you know, and don't get caught up in this Nine of Swords and Five of Swords energy that's holding you back. Do you hear that? Do you hear that, collective? Stand up for it. Stand up for what you want. Stand up and believe in it, you know? In the famous words of Bob Marley, get up, stand up for your right. You hear that? Get up, stand up for your right. You hear that? You have to get up and stand up for your right, and believe, yeah? That motivation is here, baby. You better believe in it and take that with strength and pride, and believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. So the full moon is essentially telling us, use this time to rejuvenate, get yourself back into shape. Recognize, you know, this is a good time to look at your finances, reflect on your current situation, reflect on what's been going on for the month, and tune in and focus. So when the new month comes in, when new moon comes in, you're better prepared, because now you've looked and you've assessed on things, and now you can say, yes, this is what's going well, this is kind of areas that I can work on, and you can put in a plan to help you, you know, going on with the process. You see, with the Ten of Cups, this is you working towards building that, and the Seven Wands, you taking that action, you standing up for it, you recognizing what areas need to be worked on, and you continue that part. You're growing. We're always growing, we're always evolving, and full moon is asking you to continue to do that. And with the Five of Swords and the Nine of Swords, to let go of any energies that's no longer serving you, and call on Archangel Michael. If there's times where you just feel like, you know, you're feeling stressed out, you're feeling like you might be having self-doubts or not trusting the situations or environments, call on Archangel Michael. Call on Archangel Michael 3 times. Just call and meditate that energy, and just say, Archangel Michael, I ask for your assistance, I ask for your guidance at this time. And the same with Archangel Raphael, who is really good for healing energy. You know, Archangel Gabriel, who's really good for getting that clarity energy, helping you to give you that motivation, you know. And same with Archangel Ariel, or Ariel, to help you in terms of your practical energy, you know, and that earth energy, to helping you there as well. Yeah, to help you to feel more grounded, and to help you to build that clarity in your life, so you can reflect more, you know. You're able to reflect, and through reflection, brings more gratitude, because you can be thankful for what you have in life, you know, and reflect on maybe from the year before, and you look and you go, oh my gosh, how much I've grown, how much I've developed, you know, how much I've put this time to work on this area, to work on areas that have no longer served me, working on my shadows where there's been things that I know needed to work on, and I might have been trying to avoid it with the Nine of Swords energy being here, and now I'm recognizing, you know, I need love. I need to tap into my love energy, tap into my practical energy to help me to overcome that, as well as standing up and being confident in my true authentic self. Do you hear that, collective? Do you hear that? So I hope, collective, these messages are resonating with you, you know, and as well as what the full moon is wanting you to the messages that the full moon want you to have to help support you on your journey towards your own personal development and growth and that transformational change. All right? All right. So we're going to leave it there. But please do, if you haven't already, like and subscribe. You know, subscribe to the Wagwan Tarot and Tea Collective. Come and be part of this collective. You know, we're all about that growth, that love and light energy, that transformational change. Come and join and be a part of that. You know, you don't want to miss out around here. You feel me? You feel me? And make sure, you know, you look after yourself, listen to the podcast, because they're all, you know, all the messages that they're all messages where you can learn and grow, you know, and support you as well. And make sure, you know, look after yourselves, look good, feel good, stay blessed, and share with your friends and family, you know, so that they can get into the jam pack readings as well. But you know what we do around here. If the messages don't resonate, leave it. Take what resonates and leave the rest. I saw it go around here. I saw it go. That's how it goes around here, okay? That's how it goes. Simple. So stay blessed, look after yourself, and wagwan. Wagwan people, wagwan tea sippers, wagwan me generals. I hope you're feeling good, you're looking good, you know. And if you haven't already, come and subscribe, no man. Come and be a part of the Wagwan Tarot and Tea Collective. Make sure you got a nice drink to keep you, you know, hydrated, whether it's a beverage, a tea, or cocktail. Anything you want, come and join, you know, and sip while we get into this jam-pack reading for the collective who chose pile 2. So let's go and see Wagwan. Okay, so we have here from the Love and Oracle deck. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. So, the full moon messages right now is asking you, close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life. Do you hear that? You can allow joy into your life regardless of your circumstances and what you currently find yourself in. So take note, collective. I want you to keep that in mind as we go on to the next part of the readings, okay? So we've got some messages here from the Butterfly Oracle deck. We've got decisions. So this full moon is asking you that this is maybe a time where you're going to have to make some decisions, okay? There's also something going with body changes. So there might be some body changes that you've noticed in, okay? Or like a metamorphosis, change, growth, yeah? All right, let's see what's in the deck from the Angel Wisdom deck. So we've got the Page of Michael, which is the Page of Swords. We've got the King of Wands. Okay, so we've got a lot of people in this one. We've got the King of Swords here. We've got the Knight of the Knight of Pentacles. Sorry, yes, the Knight of Pentacles here. So Knight of Ariel, but it's the Knight of Pentacles. And we have the High Priestess. Okay. So I feel with the Page of Swords is a younger energy. And we have a King of Wands here and the King of Swords here, which is of a mature energy. Okay, hence the reason why there could be issues with the body changes. And we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is of a slower, is like the slowest knight in the deck. Yeah, it's the slowest knight in the deck. So there is a lot of kind of energy here. And I feel like with the body changes in this Oracle deck and decisions, that I feel like there might be something to do with someone getting older, recognizing that they may be getting older, but there might be some stubbornness around it. They might, with this Page of Swords, there might be maybe someone who's younger having to talk to maybe a father figure, or it could be a mother, because you know we're not going to watch gender in here, because it could be a male or female energy, masculine energy or feminine energy. But there could be maybe a discussion. I feel like it's a discussion about parental care, and this has been causing some issues, some uproar between like the family dynamic, and possibly with the parental, the parent not wanting to accept those changes and getting older process. Because I feel like with the King of Wands here, it's all like they're very driven, very like I feel like there's one part that say, no, I'm still fit, I'm still young, I can do all these kind of things. But then you have the King of Swords now, where that could also kind of be the Page of Michael's energy, as well as the King of Wands energy, recognizing that they need to take a more logical aspect. And it could be more than one person as well, that someone is trying to reason with them and say, you know what, we need to, with this full moon, we need to recognize that, yeah, you might be getting older and we need to start putting plans. And I feel with the King of Pentacles here, it's like putting plans for the long term. But there may be some reluctance, that's the word I was looking for, reluctance around making these decisions around care and later care. But I feel with the High Priestess here, which is represents Archangel Haniel, you know that you need to make these decisions. You know that you need to be putting plans in place. So if we have a quick read on the cards, it says the Page of Michael is about being truthful, being perceptive, analytical, blunt. Okay, so an exciting new challenge. You have what it takes to succeed. Review contracts or documents very thoroughly. You hear that? So review contracts very thoroughly. Now we have the King of Gabriel, and it's saying keep your eyes on the big picture. Leave details to others, but experience that leads to success. Genuine concern for others. Okay. Then you have the King of Michael, which is principled, rational, ambitious, respected. So wisdom and objectivity are important now. Stay in your integrity, a situation that calls for honest and open communication. Okay. And then we have the Knight of Ariel. So the Knight of Ariel is again the Knight of Pentacles. So trustworthy, understanding, devoted, and funny. So there is so much to accomplish. Make a very detailed plan. Being watched over by someone kind. Okay. And then we have the High Priestess here. Powerful psychic insights, reflection and meditation. Reflection was very important in pile 1. So if you want to go back to pile 1 may also be really useful for you as well. Okay. Pile 2. Reflection and meditation that provides valuable information. Be at peace. So I feel like that could be one scenario with that being an adult. Let's say like so you have children, like a child and parent dynamic, where the child has now become older, now adult, now wanting to have a kind of adult conversation with the parent, and that has been causing some issues with in regards to making decisions, and maybe the adult not or the adult parent, so you're both like adult child, adult parent, they're kind of butting heads with the King of Wands and the King of Michael. One's kind of trying to look at the long-term vision, and one is trying to be rational, and trying to also get their points across. So they might be trying to still go for the same plan, but how they might be going through different having different tactics or different ways, different strategies about achieving the same thing. And I feel like with the Knight of Pentacles, it's like it's moving slow, because ultimately the decision has to be made. But I feel like as well with this full moon, we have approached the Mercury retrograde energy. So I feel like if there are contracts that are to be filled or to be completed, making sure you pay a lot of attention, you know, and especially with there's been lots of swords energy, and the swords represents, you know, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius energy. This is a good time to really, if there are any things that you have to sign or fill, make sure you read thoroughly, read the clear print, make sure you're having those clear conversations, and you're checking if it is where it is a situation where it is something to do with an adult, a parent and a child relationship, making sure you've read thoroughly, is this right for the two of you. But I also feel like what I'm also getting here, it's saying, you know, close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to be joyful, you know, and that you can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstance. You know, I feel like there might be also an issue with a number of people, where you have a King of Wands, the King of Swords, and you have the Page of Swords, as well as an Knight. There might be some issues of kind of not like a lack of communication. One wants to go this way, the other one wants to go that way, and it has probably caused a lot of issues in relationship dynamics. And I feel like with that, it's also with the body change, it could also represent that this is a time that, you know, you can use this as an opportunity to learn from the situation and grow from that situation, you know. Yes, with the Knight of Pentacles is here, and that might represent that there might be some stubbornness when it comes to other people in the party that are involved in this situation. But the High Priestess being here is like trusting, you know, and to trust this situation, but to reflect on it, to, you know, trust that, you know, growth will come from this, and it may take some time that you can you might need to grow and build from this, even if it means you taking the bigger, you taking the kind of like the upper hand and say, oh, you being the, as I say, not the upper hand, the being the bigger person in the situation, saying, you know what, I'm going to be the rational one. I'm going to use my wisdom and objectivity, you know, right now, because this is what it needs right now. And it's saying the situation calls for an honest and open conversation. So if it's asking for an open and honest conversation, full moon is asking you from this situation, whether it's a love relationship where there's been several parties involved, because it feels like with the Page of Swords, King of Wands, the King of Swords again, and the Knight of Pentacles, that there could be more than one person involved in this situation, which has caused some issues, and there might have been some quarreling, disagreement, you know, someone moving with a lot of fire energy, and maybe it's creating like some movements, and there might have been some level of arrogance. I'm getting arrogance that has created some kind of tension. But I also feel like there's been some stubbornness as well, and slow progress to maybe come forward and apologize and to come forward and have this open communication. But I feel like it, with the high priestess being here, is telling you, you know what, this ultimately still, you still have to make a decision. Wherever there's been issues with communication, you have to make a decision, and full moon is asking you to make that decision for your own growth, for your own development, you know, because you don't want to stay stuck in this kind of slow moving energy. Remember, this Knight of Pentacles is the slow, Knight of Ariel is the slowest Knight of the deck, the slowest action Knight of the deck. So it's asking you ultimately that this is moving really slow, and only through you taking that time to reflect and meditate for those answers, so those answers, using your discernment, so those answers can come your way. But it's asking you to also heavily, because here we've got close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. So I feel like it's telling you, you know what, if you have been feeling stressed, or there's been some issues, or you might have felt pressured, right, you know, there might be something, new opportunities come your way, or you might be thinking like, this situation hasn't been progressing and you wanting to move forward. I'm getting house contracts, whether it's been like you wanting to move forward with a house, buy a house, or a car or something like that, and it's just not been moving forward. It's asking you to use this time to meditate, and that through meditation you can also help you to get the answers that you need. But a collective, I also ask you, put it in the comments, you know, tell us what's been going on. Has there been any issues with signing contracts, communicating with people, feeling like you're not getting your point across, having disagreements with people who might kind of just be very good at like doing things, but not really good at making the decisions, and then feeling like you're now having to kind of take the bigger part in the situation, or be the bigger person in the situation, to squash all of the kind of powerful personalities. That's what I'm getting, like big personalities in this situation. Has it sometimes made you feel like you are the child in this situation, or you've had to back down? Is it someone that isn't of a relative, or that is older than you, or a parent, and that has sometimes it has made you feel like no matter how grown you are, that your parent, your adult parent, that still sees you, even though you're an adult, still sees you as the childlike form? Like, let us know what's been going on. Put it in the comments. Put it in the comments, collective. Okay? So what we're going to do now is do a Jamaican proverb reading, and let's see what additional message comes for the collective. This one wanted to come out, but I'm just going to pull out. Okay, right. I feel like this one, well, we can read the two of them because they could resonate to you both. So we have today for me, whoa. Today for me, tomorrow for you. 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 So that simply means, and remember we had body changes here, changes, growth, things happening, you know, and I feel like this is what is essentially going on, that there has been a lot of issues here, and full moon is asking you to work on that, reflect on it, and to move, to grow from this. Yeah, life has ups and downs, cycles, but through that time we must show, look, reflection. We must use the time to show gratitude, show reflection. And with Archangel Haniel here, the High Priestess, okay, and look, we've got two decisions, 2022, and it's insane, this 2022 is a year of decisions, making decisions, you know, coming together. And look, we've got two kings here, two kings, King of Wands, King of Swords, both coming together and butting heads. You know, decisions have to be made. Decisions have to be made. Okay. Now we've got the next card. The cow says sit down. It don't mean rest. The cow said sit down, but that doesn't mean to rest. And that simply means don't be lazy and be idle or self-sabotage. And I feel like that is particularly with the Knight of Pentacles, that might be that slow, resistant energy that can result to self-sabotage, because if there's a butting of heads going on, people not agreeing, you know, that can then eventually, as much as it's like you want to move forward, is asking right now that some kind of meditation and really calling on Archangel Haniel to say, Archangel Haniel, I ask for you to deliver like answers to help us to overcome this situation, help us to overcome this stagnation. And the same again with Archangel Ariel. Ariel, I ask you to come and give us the guidance to help us to overcome this situation, so that we have a very clear, detailed plan on how we can work and support one another in this situation. You know, you come up with your own little mantra, your own little affirmation. Put it in the comments. Tell us how what you can use. But you know, using Archangel Michael as well, Archangel Michael to help you to have clarity. And to have a more rational way of thinking and being able to kind of overcome this situation with the King of Wands, where there might be someone where, you know, there might be that I feel like ego is coming to mind. So there might be a level of like who's got the biggest ego in this situation, and it has caused an imbalance in when it comes to communicating from the heart. So not just from a rational, but also communicating on what needs to be done. And I feel like that has created a lot of like resistance, reluctance, and slow progress in this situation. So again, whether it's something to do with work, a love relationship, a parent relationship, because I'm getting very strongly to in the collective there's got to be someone, there has been some like strong very strong parent relationship where maybe at times it has been quite on the toxic side of disagreement, where I'm getting chalk and cheese. You've been very much like the two of you, very chalk and cheese, but you're having to find ways of how you can navigate one another and making sure that you're making the best decisions for the both of you. All right. So collective, I hope those messages resonate with you. And remember, this is what we do around here. All right. If the messages, take the messages that resonate. And if there's messages that don't resonate, leave it. Leave it. I saw it go around here. I saw it go around here. That's how it goes around here. That is how it goes. Take what resonates and leave the rest. All right. So listen to the podcast as well on the channel, because they can help you, you know, for further guidance. Okay. And to help you with your own discernment and to strengthen your own intuition and to, you know, support you on your growth journey. Okay. And share with your friends and family. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, man. Subscribe. And yes, share with your friends and family, but look after yourselves, okay? Make sure you look after yourselves, and I hope this situation gets sorted. Put it in the comments. Let us know. Wagwan, all right? So stay blessed. Look after yourself. Feel good. You know, be good. And wagwan. Wagwan people, wagwan tea sippers, wagwan generals, how you're all doing? So we've got a jam-packed reading for full moon right here for the collective who chose pile 3. So if you haven't already, subscribe, no man, subscribe and be part of the collective. You know, we're all about that love and light energy, growth, personal development up in here. So come and join the club. Come and join. So make sure you have a nice beverage to keep you going, you know, whether it's a tea, you know, or a cocktail, a rum, whatever you want, a little something, something, you know, because we're going to get into it. All right. So let's see what gwan. So we have transformation. Transformation. Full moon is asking us about, you know, giving us some messages about transformation. So your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. Okay. Let's have a look. We've got so that was from the Love Oracle deck. Now we've got the Butterfly Oracle deck. We've got Dietary Change. So full moon is telling us, you know, there might be some of you who might be thinking about changing your diet, eating healthier. Maybe you might have been looking at your health and are currently assessing things and thinking that it's now time to have a good change for the better, for your health, for your growth. Remember, we're all about that personal development, and we're seeing a lot of transformational change here. Take the next step now. Take the next step now. Okay, so full moon is telling us as well that it's time for us to really recognize and take the next step. Okay, so let's have a look. So we have the from here the Angel Wisdom Tarot deck. We have the 5 of Raphael, which is the 5 of Cups. We have the 5 of Ariel, which is the 5 of Pentacles. So there's been lots of 5s in this situation. We've got the 4 of Michael, which is the 4 of Swords. We have the 9 of Cups, which is the 9 of Raphael. So the 9 of Raphael is the 9 of Cups. And we have the Temperance card, which is Archangel Zadkiel. Okay, so let's have a read on what it says. So the 5 of Raphael is saying, everything happens for a reason. Release regret and embrace the opportunities for happiness. Search for the silver lining, baby. So brother, sister, time to search for that silver lining, you know. And with the 5 of Cups, look, there's two gifts here. 2 gifts here that are still there. You know, and there's like all these gifts that have been like either they've been taken or someone's gone in it, you know, and got spilt them. Like essentially, like the 5 of Cups is like the cups have been. There's 3 cups that have been spilt, but there's 2 that are there. So it's saying, you know, have no fear. You know, when things look like things are just in despair, it doesn't mean that. But I feel like it's that energy, because remember the 5 of Cups represents that emotional energy. That emotional energy is also triggering into your energy of when it comes to money, when it comes to finances, when it comes to you building stability for yourself, building stability in your home, you know. So there could be that it's still trickling into you, how you feel, and how you feel when it comes to feeling grounded. Because the 5 of Pentacles represents, you usually see like a figure of like someone feeling outside in the cold, feeling like they're all alone, lonely. And I feel like it's like this energy is kind of also been showing up in your life as well. Okay, so you needn't go through your current challenges alone. Help is nearby. You know, negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. You hear that? Why? Collective, do you hear that? Help is nearby. Negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. So you hear that? You know, this is the thing about, and I'm very much about that kind of energy, collective. Your thoughts, your feelings can merge together. Feelings, thoughts, feelings. So we have to be very mindful as a collective how we feel, you know. And that's why I'm always about feel good, look good, think good, you know. Because if you feel good, you manifest, you're bringing that good energy, you know. It impacts on your thoughts and feelings. Same way, if you think and you feel like you're thinking about really good energy, thinking positively, that you're bringing that, also that energy into your existence as well. Yeah. So with the Archangel Ariel, call on Archangel Ariel, you know, help is nearby. This is a good time. If you're feeling those kind of energy, and it's like you've got, as well as Archangel Raphael, use it. This full moon is asking you to connect with them to help you to overcome those feelings. If you've been feeling like you've stuck, or you're feeling lacked, or you're feeling like unfulfilled, you're feeling like things are not going anywhere, things are not progressing as how you hoped, or you know, call on them. Call on them 3 times to help you with that assistance, with that guidance. You hear me? And same with the Four of the Swords, like the Four of Michael. Maybe this is a good time, to go and relax, go and rest. Take some time to rest if you haven't. If you've been feeling tired or exhausted, and hence the reason why maybe, a good time to look at your dietary change, because there might have been what you're eating could also be impacting on your overall well-being. Okay. And it says here, insights that come from quiet meditation, the need for more sleep or time off, seek relief from stress. Okay. So if you're feeling stressed, you know taking that time to be still can really help you to rejuvenate, to help you to recollect your thoughts, your feelings, regather yourself so you can regain strength, and it's this time is telling us, for the collective who chose power 3, is really a time of transformation. It's really asking you now, it's time to transform, to go into your inner self. And and we're also in that Virgo energy, and that the Hermit represents that Virgo energy, the Hermit card of going into yourself. So this is like that hibernation time, where you're going back into that time of hibernation, going in, tuning into your inner self, that inner power to transform, take action, on and working on yourself. So if there's an area in yourself, and right now the area is health, and looking after your well-being, taking that time to tune in, to rest, look after yourself, eat healthier, making sure you're eating healthier. Okay. And the nine of cups is here, which is the nine of cups. Yes, the 9 of cups. And that's like, by you taking that rest, that's going to help with that transformational energy. It's going to help you to rekindle, get back into those, those thoughts and of positive change, you feeling good, taking you away from that negative self-talk, that sense of you feeling lack. And it's saying, make a wish. Dreams become a reality, a joyful time of life. So, Archangel Raphael is asking to use this time to really, make a wish. But I see here with the Temperance card here, is that it's going to put you back into a kind of balance with yourself, you feeling more spiritually balanced, you feeling more confident in how you feel, your overall well-being is back in tune, you're back in tune. And you're back in tune with this constant growth, this constant transformation. Remember, as human beings, we're constantly evolving, and full moon is asking you to get back and retune into that. You might have had a really busy couple of months, okay, or whether the last 5, I could see maybe the last 5 months particularly, or the first part of the year may have been really hard. You might have been working really hard. You might have been having to go through lots of things where it's caused you, maybe to feel like financially you might have had some issues, or depending on a relationship. But I also feel it's interesting how you've got this lady here, this figure here, who's dressed really nicely, and we've got like taking the next step now, and dietary change, transformation. So there could be like, for those in the collective who are really focused on, getting their fitness game back in gear, taking that time to really revisit how they want to look and feel, and just for their overall well-being. The time is now. Full moon is really saying, tune in. If you want to do it, take the step. Put it in your journal. If you haven't got a journal, put it down. I'm going to, for the collective, look at making something like that in the near future. But put it in your journal, write it down, what it is that you want to achieve, and take the steps to work on it. So, because like full moon is really about letting go, and the new moon is like bringing new energy in. But I feel like the full moon energy now in this reading is telling you to let go of this kind of Five of Cups energy, Five of Pentacles energy that has been making you feel like you're feeling the lack, and you're thinking and the lack, and that lack and is now kind of creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's creating this kind of energy that is staring, that has been stressing you out because you've been so focused on what's not been going on or what's not been going great in your life, that it's going impacting on you from not seeing the great that you have around you, the brilliance that you have around you. And it's asking you now to use this time to relax. Go and go on a spa day. If you haven't, go on a spa day. Go book a holiday. Go book some time to rest. Really relax, and like go or a retreat where you can really rejuvenate and connect. Before winter kicks in. Really take that time to assess. If you want, go and seek in like professional guidance, or assessing a new health, like a professional guidance, medical guidance. If you want to go and do a dietary change, it's always good to go and seek professional help, medical help in that area, so you can discuss and explain, this is what you want to do, and if they can give you like further guidance on that. Personal trainer, who can help you with fitness and creating a plan for you, so you're building again, because I feel like with the nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups, I feel like the Nine of Cups is you building yourself emotionally, so you're having that stable well-being, looking after your mental health, looking after your physical health, your emotional health, having people that you can talk to, having eating well, looking after yourself, sleeping well. So it's like essentially looking after yourself in a holistic way. And I feel like once you take on that approach to look after yourself in a holistic way, this is why the Temperance is here, because the Temperance is saying that we're essentially to make you become a more well-rounded, a more holistic person. And now that's the time, that is what is essentially full moon is asking you to do, so that transformation can take place. Just like the butterfly in the images here, that's all about metamorphosis. You take into time to go in your little cocoon and transform. And full moon wants you to take that time and energy to do that. So whether that is going and having some time to rest, go and rejuvenate, go and reconnect with self, with the higher self. If you've been caught up around maybe people who've been talking lots of negative self-talk, maybe just working yourself really hard, and constantly maybe worried about things, worried about money, and that's been impacting on you, or you not giving yourself time and time to even think. And the Four of Swords is saying you need to take that time to rest. Archangel Michael is saying take that time to rest, so that Archangel Raphael can now help you see you building that holistic manner into your lifestyle. And it's essentially, lifestyle is the word I was looking for. Building that lifestyle, that healthy lifestyle, where it's all about your well-being and looking after you. Because I feel like here, essentially, even with the Five of Cups here, and even with the gifts, there might have been you've been putting so much time and energy in other people, that time and energy hasn't been invested in you, and then that has made you feel maybe at times like you didn't have time for yourself. And it's time saying now, the time is now saying you need to take that time and look after yourself. Then take that next step now. That next step is you recognizing it's a time for you to rest, for you to rejuvenate. If you have been thinking of any plans, or you've been looking at a retreat, or thinking of an idea of to go out with, I don't know, maybe close friends and go to a spa day or a spa retreat, this is a perfect time now, because that will give you the opportunity to rest, you know, transform, you know. And even maybe if it's a let's say relationship, giving you that time to then you do, you know, you working on yourself, building that confidence, that building yourself, your emotional well-being. So we're removing any kind of issues of codependency. We're not bringing those kind of energies into our relationships, you know, because codependency essentially it's lack. It's a lack energy, you know. And if we're coming from a place of lack, or we're bringing that into our relationship, that just creates problems. So essentially, it's about working on ourselves, building ourselves, you know, working on if there's any areas in our shadow that we need to recognize and say, you know what, maybe there's been some issues here, and I now see that maybe this is why I've been feeling like this, or feeling like my love languages haven't always been respected, or I'm always feeling like I'm investing and putting so much time and energy into this relationship that it's put me in a place where I feel like I'm not getting the same back in return. I'm not feeling good. And that is making me now feel so stressed, that I need to take some time out. I need to work on this, because my love life is telling me now that transformation is needed in this area, you know. And for this to work, for this to evolve and keep to improve, you know, we need to have that time where when your relationship with one another is about to deepen. So taking that time to work on yourself, with the nine of cups being here, you know, because here we've got the Temperance card, which is solutions, Archangel Zadkiel. Success comes from objective compromise, self-control. Nine of Cups is all about you being in self-control, working on your well-being. So if for that it says, look, self-control and patience, forgiving and healing energy. Do you hear that, collective? Do you hear that? I need to sip on a bit of tea. But collective, do you hear that? You know, take that time to rejuvenate, transform, you know, because great things are coming, but you have to give yourself that time and space, that energy, so that energy can come in, influx into your life, you know, into your lifestyle. Do you hear me? Collective, you know. So if it is that you want to do dietary change, you want to look good, feel good, you might want to put on a new outfit, you know, you can get this, you can make these things happen, but you're gonna have to, you know, listen to what the full moon wants you to do. And the full moon is really asking you, take that time to rest. All right, so what we're going to do now is pick out a Jamaican proverb reading and see if there's any additional messages that we can learn. So Spirit, can I have a card for the collective, please? Okay, one has come out. So, what the goat do, the kid follow. So what the goat does, the kid, the baby goat will follow. Okay, so this is saying children look up to and digest behavior patterns from their significant elders, parents. So set good examples. But I feel like in relation to this proverb reading, it's really relating to the nine of cups energy, and this energy right here. you need to be setting good examples for yourself. So, for example, if you might have seen people around you, you might have seen your elders maybe doing the same thing, where they've kind of just always been giving to others, giving to others, giving to others, giving to others, but then leaving themselves. So they might, let's say if they're in a relationship, they go out, they cook a meal, they have that meal consistently for somebody, gone, clothes washed, everything. They always make sure that they look good, prepare. But when it comes to them, and if they're not in a relationship, or if that relationship spoil, that relationship breaks up, basically, they're not doing the same thing. They're not doing the same thing. So if we've seen those kind of behaviors, we can then develop these behaviors. You see, what the goat do, the kid follow. So use this time to, and I feel like this is what the full moon is saying. If there's any of the habits, routines that we've picked up along the way, you know, and now we're seeing it's not working for us, we have to let it go. And we have to use this time, the Four of Swords energy, as our cocoon time, our time to help us transform, to help us reflect, you know, because I feel like with this full moon, it's really a time of reflection, a time to reevaluate, and a time to let go. You know, it's always a time to let go, but I feel like essentially it's telling us it's a time to reflect, and it's a time for us to refocus and refocus our energy on ourselves, so that we're essentially always growing, we're always developing, so that we're always developing, you know, this Nine of Cups energy, you know, where we are feeling good in ourselves, you know, from head to toe. You know, our chakras are in sync. We are working on our minds. We are working on our feelings. You know, we are working on feeling confident when we are alone and we're in our own space. You know, we're not, and being authentic to ourselves. Do you hear that, collective? So, collective, use this time to really tune in into yourself, reflect, help you to refocus, reevaluate on what is needed to be done right now. Okay? So, collective, I hope this reading really helped you, to give you some like guidance. Yes, the messages are general, but I hope the messages, you can, you know, take a lot from these messages and use them to support you in your own journey, you know, to growth and personal development and transformational change. Do you hear me, collective? So if you haven't already, subscribe, no man, subscribe to the channel and be a part of the Wagwan Tarot and Tea collective. You know, Wagwan around here. You know, put it in the comments. Tell us if there's been any what's going on, if you had been thinking about transformation, you know, starting up in maybe a new health plan, fitness plan. Tell us, Wagwan, have you been looking at how you can improve your sleep, you know, so you can get better sleep? Put it in the comments. Share with your friends and family, you know. And you know what we do around here, the messages that resonate, take them. But if the messages didn't resonate, leave it, you know. Take what resonates and leave the rest. That's how it goes around here, you know. Leave the rest, but take what resonates. I saw it go around here. I saw it go around here. That's how it goes around here. So take the messages that resonate and leave the rest. But be sure to look after yourself, stay hydrated, look good, feel good, you know, think good, you know, think of positive thoughts. And I'll see you on the next one. All right? Look after yourselves. Wagwan.